Hello people of YouTube, my name is You Should Know, it's Rambo coming back with a new and improved video, and today I have returned finally with the next installment of Philosophical Talks with Rambo. And I'm not going to be venting this time, because that's usually what this series is for, like when I get pissed off about something. Luckily, I have Wattpad now. So yeah, that's why you haven't seen any more Philosophical Talks from me recently. But this one I just felt like I have to put to video. This one just felt kind of important to me. Guys, so I've started high school. Let me start the story. I'm in high school now, and I bet that probably surprises some. So yeah, that little squeaker you once knew, if you guys have been with my channel since the beginning, yeah, he's gone. Really just kind of, I'm kind of in a new phase in my life. So really, I did some pretty easy, pretty simplistic work today, you know, just kind of, you know, it's not that bad. But, you know, high school, my dad said it's going to be the funnest 4 years of your life. But today, my English teacher, who's actually a pretty cool guy, he gave us this valedictorian speech. If you don't know what that is, and I bet a lot of you probably do, it's just top of the class, basically. You're the smart kid, you know, you know, that's basically what it is. You guys know what a valedictorian is, so, you know, I bet you guys probably know. If you don't, then if it's just this person who's really smart, top of the class, you know, really, this valedictorian was interesting. She said she did not learn anything at all in high school, and she's literally just been kind of like, you know what, really, here's what I feel about high school, and this is why. She's basically saying you train, either you get trained to be this kind of slave in school, really, and then you kind of just have this life, and you're just going to wake up one day and you're going to be 50. If I should quote Good Will Hunting. I have to say, very thought-provoking. Because, you know, I've never really thought much about school. I've wanted to succeed. That's basically my only goal. And I have managed to succeed a lot in my life when it comes to school. Now, sometimes barely, but, you know, well, not barely. I mean, I have very accurate grades. I'm very decent at what I do. But anyways, let me just get back to the point. Basically, she's just saying, you know what, we're kind of brainwashed into believing these ideologies that these teachers give us. You know, they try to tell us what to believe and why we should believe it. You know, have you ever thought of that? You know, I bet a lot of people have probably thought about it. And I know it's not the first time someone has said it. You know, Hobson made a whole song about it. Basically talking about, well, we shouldn't be slaves, we should be our own individual. That's basically what the speech is saying. You know, don't let what these people are saying control you. Just be your own self. You know, be yourself. Do what you want to do. And if you do want to go out there and bust your ass and be successful, that is awesome. My dad does that. He's very successful. He's running a real estate company. It's great. Trying to start one up, so that's cool. So, you know what? Life has worked out pretty well for my dad. Now, he's not exactly pleased with what he does, but, you know, he does it. And he's pretty happy with his life. So, that's great. You know, my dad's cool. So, yeah, my dad ever watched this, and maybe he will, maybe he won't. Thank you. I'm just gonna say, Dad, I guess you're right. I don't know. Really, I've had these conversations with, like, my uncle, who just kind of thinks that, you know, everyone's just trying to brainwash you. You know, I've always heard that before, you know. They're always trying to brainwash you. I've noticed it over the years, you know. School kind of tries to brainwash you with particular things. Now, first of all, I have very strong views over a lot of things. Now, if you've seen sort of my society video where I'm kind of ranting about it, just sort of, you know, how ethics are kind of just getting thrown out the window and sort of how ethics are getting thrown out the window and, you know, you've seen that, right? Well, if you've seen it, then, well, basically I'm just kind of really complaining about my life. But this is sort of, I had a conversation, we actually had this conversation in class today, we sort of debated. We're just like, you know what did you personally get out of it? So my group didn't want to go, and it was with groups, and my group didn't want to go, and I decided I'm going to be the bigger man, so I'm just going to step up and fucking do it. So I just kind of say, I kind of speak up. I'm like, you know what I learned from it? They ask if school kind of trains you to do, it trains you to be this mindless worker slave. Really? I believe it is training you. This is the phase, school's the phase of our lives I told my teacher, I said, you know what? School is the phase of our lives where they're teaching us how to do things. So if we want to be successful, we can be it. If the ones who want to slack off and be weird and do whatever, they can slack off and do their thing, and you know, they won't get blamed for it or whatever. I don't know. Honestly, just you get kind of upset after a while, but just kind of let me get to the point. But but school is the phase in our lives where we get trained into believing stuff. Now, if you want to be inspired by the experience, then you know what? That's awesome. You can be inspired the hell out of that. You can be really good at it. It'd be really awesome. It's not gonna like bite you or anything. They're not like forcing you to not be inspired by it. Probably not. Now, that's not all I know, but at least have. And she also talks a lot about we should have our own thought of critical thinking. Honestly, we should. And it's just kind of we should be able to think for ourselves, not let these people from like the government and we don't need people from the government telling us what we should think, people from school telling us what we think. Now, if you guys know, they try a lot to make you believe stuff that you don't really want to believe in. Now, for example, should I point out, I don't agree with climate change. A lot of my science teachers talk about climate change. And I know it's kind of a touchy subject, but all I say is I don't believe it. People kind of try to force it on you at my school. So honestly, it's just kind of this, they're trying to force it on you. I'm not trying to hate on my teachers or anything. My teachers are cool people. Really when you get out of middle school, the teachers are the ones you miss, not the people. Because seriously, like, not to like shy away or anything, because I know my good friends, my close friends watch this. But I'm just going to say, the teachers really, to me, are the only ones you miss out of middle school, because they're actually people who, because in middle school, that's kind of just a phase of your life where you just don't know who you are. You're just kind of either a man, you're a kid, you don't know who you are. Just it's kind of, and people are kind of starting to pick up the habit of swearing a lot. I've kind of done that myself, and I do apologize to the people who are offended by my unfortunate habit. But, and then high school is the part where, we know who we are, we're maturing, we're getting better at what we do. But, there are still the slacker people, there's still the people who kind of just slump around. There's people who want to be successful, and then there's people who kind of half-ass it at times, who want to be successful, but, kind of half-ass it at the time. That's kind of me. Really, I kind of don't. I'm an IEP student. If you guys remember, I have autism, and I'm not going to use this as an excuse, but let me just say, I have this thing called IEP, and I believe it means Individual Education Plan or something like. I know it's Education Plan, but I forgot what the I meant. But yes, I'm an IEP student. That means if I need extra help, they can give it to me. They are very fully aware of my disorder. They're very fully aware that I do need extra help. And if, they often go, my issue is, I don't really ask the teacher a lot. I get thrown off a lot. Like they say, don't turn it in, then it turns out they need it to get turned in. And I don't know. It gets kind of confusing. But in high school, I'm trying to kind of get rid of that habit. I'm hoping I don't get thrown off as easily. Because, me and my parents made a deal, but I'm not going to get too personal on that. But seriously, let me ask you guys. Do you think school brainwashes us into believing stuff? Now, my kind of current belief, really, again, I feel strongly about things, really, they could if you let them, really. Now, if you're going to be the person who kind of doesn't really, who is capable of thinking for themselves, I don't know what to point it out. I hate to point it this way, but the weak-minded ones are the ones who easily kind of just start believing it, really. Let me just point that out. I know that you guys are probably not weak-minded people. I understand that very fully. And, maybe some of you guys just aren't kind of ready for that stuff yet. Now, critical thinking is very important in life, because, critical thinking is just like, what? I don't believe what, whatever these people kind of tell me. It's not always, I don't believe what these people tell me. Unfortunately, I feel like it's kind of weak-minded. It's more weak-minded people who want to kind of just you get controlled more easily, start believing stuff more easily. I know a couple people who are very, very, who kind of, you can so tell that, you know, they've been they kind of believe a lot of things that very unnatural in the state I live in. Or, you know, really just kind of strange state where I live. You know what? I don't know. Honestly, just... But is school brainwashing us? Is school trying to control us into becoming, like, these slaves? Now, I know Hobson made a song about this, who's actually my favorite rapper right now. Really, him, Loopy, Fiasco, and Logic are my favorite rappers right now, but off subject. Hobson made this song called Fly. A lot of you Hobson fans who might follow me probably know what it is. It's a song basically talking about, guys, look at Hobson. He actually dropped out of high school, and he's very successful. Now, it is still, you know, I'm not saying don't work hard and you'll be successful. That's not the thing. He's saying you have to legitimately bust your ass trying to be successful. Do what you want to do. You have to, it's going to take a while. And where Hobson is, and Hobson, if my friend Davey put it the best, he doesn't give a big he doesn't give a frick about fame. And he's actually said, and I've actually watched interviews, he you know, he always says, you know, I'm combating Marcus versus Hobson. Because, you know, Eminem has Slim Shady, Eminem, a lot of people are always just, you know, those freaking asses who go on, like, the YouTube and say, oh, it's not mature enough to be rap if he's trying to be mature. Guys, Hobson's supposed to be silly. Okay, I'm off subject. Okay, Fly, really? This is actually a really good song, and that's a damn shame people actually didn't really like it that much. Now, a lot of the diehard fans of Hobson, myself included, liked the song. I found it a bit thought-provoking. I found that it had a very good message. It was trying to set an influence on us that goes like, you know what? It's not all just about getting an education. It's just, work hard at what you do, and you'll just eventually be successful. And I know school tries to teach you that, but sometimes they just kind of just throw work at you and say, here, do this. And this woman named, hold on, Erica Goldson, she actually makes a good point. She says, you know what, guys, this is just pointless. You know, why are they trying, they're trying to, you know, make you into this, like, worker slaves, a slave of the system, is really what she points out. And she's kind of pissed, you know, she's just kind of angry about it. She's like, you know, this is really just pointless, you know? And, you know, basically, in my opinion, as I said before, school is just that phase of life where they train us so they can so we can work for the rest of our lives, really. So really, in the end, like, you know, social class and all that crap, we don't have to worry. You don't need to worry about that in the end, because, you know, in the end, if you're successful and you're smart and you want to work hard and do something, you go right ahead and you go do it. That's literally the big motto of this thing. If you want to go do something, go frickin' do it. I don't care how stupid it sounds, and I don't care how dumb it sounds. Just do it, you know. Just, you know, American dream. That's what the American dream is. Work hard, you're going to be fine. You know, work hard at what you do, you're going to be fine. Now, people are starting to kind of fade away from that, but I don't want to get political. But, really just had a sort of message to it, you know, just kind of like a, guys, did we really learn anything in, you know, high school or in school at all? Just, like, you know, really, like, what do you guys think? And I really like that. I really like how she does that. You know, she's kind of like, you know what? I don't give a crap what people are thinking of this. This is just me being me. Be your own, and basically what she's saying is be your own individual and just do your own thing. If you want to work hard, be successful, that's how it's done. The only thing to make it is you have to work hard and you have to be successful. Now, education is a key to that, and education is very powerful when it comes to that. But as long as you work hard and you're successful in what you do, then, well, you're going to be fine. So, really, that's kind of the big point of that. And really, I would actually love you guys' opinion on this. Please let me know. Do you think high school is just trying to kind of take away our individuality in a way? Now, there's just kind of, you know, I feel that sometimes it does. Really, it does. Because it tries to force ideas on you. It tries to force, you know, it tries to force these ideas on us, you know. They try to force these, you know, like climate change. Like climate change, for example. You will not believe how many science teachers have had in the past who've talked about climate change. And, seriously, it's actually driving me nuts. Like, seriously, it gets kind of annoying after a while. Now, I have biology this year, so it's the study of life, so we don't have to hear about climate change and all that bullshit. I don't need to hear that anymore. Just seriously, I'm freaking done. You know, I'm literally have been done with climate change for a long time. Seriously, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's gonna, like, flood if it happens. I understand. It's a end-of-the-world prediction. I don't freaking know, dude. I'm not good at science. I may be good at what I do. I may be good at, like, English and stuff. I may be smart, but I'm not good at science. Like, come on. I'm still my own individual, you know? I'm not a valedictorian, but I am very smart. Like, I'm not meaning to boast here, but I do have knowledge that does surpass a lot of people that I know. So, if I started talking to you about stuff I'm interested in, you'd probably be lost. So, you know. But, you know, just kind of some things I know about, you'd just be thrown off. Seriously, you'd be thrown off. But, you know, I'm not meaning to boast. I'm just saying it's the truth. And, you know, I'm not saying, like, you know, I'm not saying school's bad. School's not bad. Education is awesome. If you want to, education is a key into success. Really, my opinion of a good success, work hard, find something you're good at, get a passion for it, work hard, work your ass off, I don't care how hard it is, don't give up, and just do it. Or, if I should quote Shia LaBeouf, just do it! You know, if you guys have seen that, but, really, just, that's kind of the big thing I wanted to talk about today. It's more of a philosophical, question, right, guys? Alright. Really just kind of there, you know, just kind of... Really, at the end of the day, it's just, if I should go for my usual end of the philosophical minds, really, at the end of the day, all I'm gonna say is, people, let me just ask you guys the question. Is school trying to take away our individuality? Is that kind of what school's trying to do? Now, some of you guys may say yes, some of you guys may say no. But please, let me know your opinions. Comment section is right down there. Please, just let me know. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Because I love hearing opinions from other people. I like comments. I like people talking to me. So please, just comment down there. I would love a comment down there. It would be much fun to see that comment. It would be much fun to see you guys' actual opinion on the situation. So, yeah. If you guys want to comment down below, please, just do it. Or if Shia LaBeouf, just do it! Or, you know, if you've heard that joke. Jeez, I'm not going to pun any longer. But, man, kind of tired. It's school mentality, right? Yeah, hump day's tomorrow, so it's going to be fun. Anyways, back to the story. But, really, I gotta say, if Erica Goldson ever watches this, please just know, thank you. And, I don't know, I've always felt strange about school. Like, you know, is school just, like, trying to take away individuality sometimes? Like, and the people who just kind of unluckily don't really take it. Here's the thing. The weak-minded people, or the people who don't really take it seriously, they're kind of the ones who have to struggle into doing what they want to, they're struggling to do what they want to do. Now, my mom, you know, and my dad, like, you know, I'm not saying they're weak-minded or anything, but my dad, he's told me a lot of stories. You know, he didn't really take high school that real seriously. Like, he got his grades in, you know, he did well, and he graduated. And, you know, my dad can get a good job and all that. And really, my dad, he's just like, you know what, I could have done something a lot more cooler. And again, if I should quote Good Will Hunting, you know, when I wake up the next day, I'll probably be frickin' 50. And you know, with my dad, you know, my dad said he really wanted to be like a sports commentator, but you know, he never can be that. And I mean, he could, but you know, it probably would take him a longer while. So, and plus, he'd have to go to college for that sort of situation. But I don't want to get into that. That's kind of too personal, isn't it? But you know, I don't really like sharing personal stuff. But you know, it's kind of about some people I know. So I guess it's all right. But you know, really, I do want to be my own individual. Seriously, like, you know, just put your opinions down there. Do you think school is trying to take away our individuality? Really? I'm also going to link the PDF to this speech because I would really love for you guys to read it. It's a very good speech, very thought-provoking, and this is kind of going over time. So I'm going to talk to you guys later. My name's been Rambo, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Sadly, I didn't get the chance to play any more of that Black Ops 3 beta. It sucks because it expired about 3 hours after I stopped playing it. So that sucked crotch. I thought it was going to last longer than that. Nope, lasts a week. So, yeah, that's my only criticism toward Treyarch. Keep it longer! Keep it longer! My rant aside. I was actually thinking about making a rant about it, but, you know, I'm not going to do that anytime soon. So, anyways, I'm going to talk to you guys later. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.